Back here, we are live at the Kentucky Derby Museum. Derby Day Live, Kent Taylor and Vicki Dortch, and we're happy to be joined now by Ed DeRosa from Horse Racing Nation. We're going to have handicappers coming in throughout the next couple of hours, and Ed, journalism, you like him, right?
I'm going to be the one that has the winner.
Okay,
yes, I do like journalism.
Favorite.
Write it down.
He is the favorite, but he's deservedly so. 3 straight wins. We saw the stretch drive there, but you mentioned it. Before we saw that, there was a little pick and roll trying to go on, and he had to get some room, and Umberto Rispoli did a great job keeping him relaxed. That's what you want to see out of a Derby horse when you have a 19-horse field now, showing that poise, being able to overcome trouble. He did it in Santa Anita, and I think he can do it here.
A lot of people be wagering on journalism, but give us another horse to watch.
Chunk of Gold's my long shot. I'm pretty high on this one, and I was born on the 19th, so the Derby's the only day I can actually bet my birthday, and I always do, but this year I actually like the horse in 19. Okay. I always don't, but yeah, Chunk of Gold, I loved his run in the Louisiana Derby. He looked like he might be a closer, and then he was closer to the pace that day, and he hung on. I think he can move forward off that type of run. So at 30-1, Chunk of Gold definitely going to be in the mix.
Yeah, a couple years ago, we had the also eligible draw into the field, and nobody had really talked about Rich Strike, and then he won the race. Baeza's not like that, because I think everybody knew he'd be a contender if he got in. Well, he's in, and he's got a big chance.
And he is a contender, and I'm a Buckeyes fan, so they didn't win the Big Ten, but they won the national championship. Baeza didn't win the Santa Anita Derby, but he has a big shot here. He's improving. He'll have to get to journalism. He didn't hold him at bay at the Santa Anita Derby, but he's only had 3 career starts. He absolutely can take that step forward here, and I think he has a big shot.
Give us another horse that you're looking at out there, the 19.
Yeah, after those 3, I think Burnham Square and Brian Hernandez Jr. won the Derby last year, and I would say his ride made the difference in terms of winning that Derby. He has said he wants a similar trip. He's going to get to the rail. I think now he's in post 8 with the scratch of Rodriguez. He's looking to get to the rail, save ground, hope a hole opens up, because there's going to be pace to chase again. So Burnham Square definitely in the mix. Journalism is the key on top.
Does rain make any difference to you?
Since I didn't pick a lot of deep closers, really any, and with Chunk of Gold being more forwardly placed, if it rains all day, I wouldn't want a deep closer. They're going to get caked in mud. I think that's a hindrance. I like the trips that Journalism, Baeza, and Chunk of Gold figure to get.
How much, you mentioned Umberto Rispoli, how much, I mean, if everybody tries to pick holes in the favorite, I mean, it's something we do every year, and that's one of the questions about him, because he's only ridden the Derby twice. 9th was his best.
Right, yeah, he hasn't had a contender like this, that's for sure. I always think back to guys like Stuart Elliott and Mario Gutierrez. They both won the Derby in their first career mounts, and I would even say had good rides. Like, they helped their horse along, Smarty Jones, and I'll have another. So, you know, to me, when I think of examples like that, I don't get too worked up over it, but there are horses like a Fleet Alex where Jeremy Rose would probably like to have that ride back. So, to me, it's so neutral, I don't let it affect my wagering either way.
Umberto's going to get a lot of money just on him after the Netflix series that he was featured in.
One of the big stars.
He was.
Well, we've seen Kenny McPeek's horse take some money, which I know to the Toby Keith angle as well, but 12-1 on Render Judgment. There's a lot of money already been bet, and it's amazing to see some of the horses who were short odds.
It's nice to bring the attention to these guys.
It is. That was. What did you think of the show? Have you had a chance to watch much of it?
Yeah, I saw it, and I really liked once they got to actually like the Derby proper and the ramp up. You know, Kenny McPeek and Brian Hernandez with Mystic Dan. I like how they set up that you didn't need to necessarily win the points races to qualify for the Derby. And then, of course, once you see the experience here at Churchill Downs, I thought they did a great job with sort of the cinema of it, showing just what a grand spectacle this is.
Well, next year I'd like to see you dressed a little more like Michael Ivan.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed I wasn't dressed like you guys. Love the is that teal or turquoise?
Yes.
Yeah, very sharp.
Whatever Vicki tells me to wear.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Let's win some money today.
Do want to do a shout out to Anna's Editions and Lori for making our hats and our boutonnieres. So she does a great job every year. We certainly appreciate it. Take a lot of pictures for us. We want to see what's going on out here right now. You'll just see a lot of ponchos and some wet ground, Kent.
Yeah, it is raining. Derby Day Live here at Churchill Downs. We'll be right back with more. Help you pick your Derby winner.